off the court in Champaign, Illinois, home to the Fighting Illini. The fans, clad in orange and blue, are more than ready for this one. Illinois will kick it off to get us underway. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. So the Ohio State Buckeyes offense will take the first swing of the game. The Buckeyes obviously enjoyed the upper hand historically in this battle for the Illibuck.
And the Illibuck Trophy is actually the second oldest football trophy in the Big Ten. Only behind the Little Brown Jug, Palmer. So this is some serious tradition. I don't know what the trophy is. I don't know what it's supposed to look like. It looks like total to me, but I don't know the significance. But this is a rivalry game.
It's a pretty cool looking wooden turtle, I'll say that. And that's saying something, Pollock. How about that? A history lesson from you. Anyone that says that this football game's not educational, they just don't watch us enough.
Just buried it. Stopped at the 47 after a 10-yard gain.
That's a really nice run right there. And one of the things I love about him, he runs with such physicality and with the toughness. Do you think Woody Hayes, the great Ohio State coach, would have loved to have this guy in his backfield? His running style just marries so well with that. When you think about Ohio State and their tradition at running back, right? With all the athletes they've had throughout the decades, this guy was meant to play in the shoe.
6-yard pickup on first down leaves him with 2nd and 4. He lets one fly deep. He caught it, and he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And it feels good to land that first big punch against a rival, doesn't it?
No doubt. In a game like this, too, you just want to be executing it at a high level early. So, David, that's got to feel great getting on the board first.
And settles everyone down. All the nerves, all the emotion of this rivalry game. Now everybody can kind of settle in because you know you already got a touchdown on the board.
And the extra point makes it 7-0. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the capper coming on that 48-yard touchdown dart. Just about set to kick it away. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. So Illinois' offense will get the ball for the first time. Typically, the last thing a defense wants is to have a backer on a wide receiver, but we may see some of that today, guys.
Typically, you don't see linebackers that can run like this guy, and that's why they feel okay letting him cover this dynamic wide receiver one-on-one.
Yeah, and feel okay. It's not going to be a good thing. You better get your hands on it early. Put your physicality. Let that win. It ain't going to be your speed.
They're bringing heat. What a snag by the defense. Not the biggest return, but he sets him up inside the red zone at the 19.
Man, that is picture-perfect cover zero. When I play cover zero, I'm bringing pressure, and that ball's going to come out. Look at the defense. Ready for that ball to come out of the quarterback's hand. Nice job breaking on the football and going and making the interception.
The offense set for a first down play. Touch pass on the run. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And they will score. Touchdown, Ohio State. With that last one, he now has 40 career touchdown catches.
I mean, he's just been a playmaker. This guy, they feature him. He's been in the end zone that many times because they can feature him in so many ways. They find ways to get him to football because Palmer, he always makes plays.
And he's always open even when he's not. Throughout his career, think about it. Single cover, double cover, triple cover. You're still throwing him the ball because he's going to find a way to make it happen. 40 TD catches. That is awesome.
The offense lining up for a first down play. Looking to move it through the air. He makes the connection. He's brought down, solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down.
It's definitely a wide receiver's job to create space, right? So whether you're running a go or you're running a hitch like this right here, I got to find a way to push off legally or just create a little bit of space to get some positive yards.
Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
Well, if at first you don't succeed, try again, right? It's been really hard for this offense in this game to run the football, but they finally break off a big run there. That could be the play they need to really generate momentum and get this run game going.
Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. Got it in stride inside the
quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. His passing game getting into rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop, Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
Lets it fly deep downfield. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive player right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. Line getting set on second down. The give to the back. And they drag him down, but not before he picks up the first down.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks, I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle. Nice blocking. How about the running back? You could tell the speed, the wheels, does a great job getting down the field, making a huge rushing play.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. Couldn't connect on that last play. Now 2nd and 10 from the 42. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Looking for the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Buckeyes.
Have a day, young fella. I foresee some social media posts in his future. Not one, not two, but 3 receiving touchdowns on the day. What a ball game.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Illini offense back onto the field. There's certainly still a hill to climb, but they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown last time. Can they back it up here?
Well, and it's amazing in a football game how sometimes they'll surprise you with what you do. Once you get settled and you realize what's going on, now I'm comfortable with it. Jesse, this offense looked comfortable on this last drive.
They sure did. It looked like they started to find some momentum. So now it's on this defense to stop that, all right? You're a little bit upset based on what just happened the previous drive. You've got to bow up again and go back to what was working earlier in this game.
They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. Got his man. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. Illinois lining up quickly.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
It's just simple first down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Looking for a gap. It's Hatchett. Just a solid stop by this sophomore. The trophy that the Buckeyes and Illini play for, the Illibuck, guys, is a giant wooden turtle.
Imagine that, man. You're having to put your trophies in a water tank and feed it. It's probably the only trophy that ever had that ability. It's incredible. It was nurtured. Maybe a little bit different story now, David, but that is pretty cool history.
Yeah, and I guess you really only need one turtle every 100 years, so the trophy's not expensive. I guess you just got to take care of it, and every year you pass a live living animal. That's why they changed it.
On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. And it's incomplete, a missed opportunity for the offense.
Man, aggressive play calls. Everybody wants you to be aggressive. They're aggressive. They take their shot. Now they got to live with a little bit of the consequences. They turn the football over on downs. Now their defense has to go out of the field and make some stops.
Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
He chews up yards. That was really quick, Really decisive design quarterback runs are very difficult to stop, and you can tell he's got some ability to make big plays. And thank goodness they got him on the ground, and it wasn't a big play to begin with.
All right, that's a good result for the defense. We knew coming into this year they wanted to really improve their pass defense and their secondary and coverage. Nice job there.
Off the RPO, fire right, trying to convert. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag on the field. Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. Here they come, facing 3rd and long from the 40. He's looking downfield to throw. It's complete. And they exploited that soft spot. They get it down to the 35.
This is exactly why 3rd down is practiced every single day. 3rd and short, 3rd and medium, 3rd and long. It's money down for a reason. You got to lock in. Great success by the offense so far on 3rd down.
He's going to take off. Across the 25, he's got room. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. He'll come out throwing on 1st down. Flips it out in the flat. And after the stop, that is going to put a bow on this 1st quarter. We have the early makings of a quarterback duel, as these stats will show you. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the 2nd period and they try to find a way to answer. 2nd down here as they go back to work after the break. The give on the inside. Going to be a gain of about 3 down to the 21. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A game for this one. They've circled this one all up.
Got some room in it to the goal line. They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there.
These 3rd downs, man, they're critical down in distances. When you have mobile quarterbacks, it's just so great to know that, 1, they can get it throwing it for your offense, but 2, if it's not there, they can take off and scramble. And
into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Ohio State. The mantra is always finish. They're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Lisa, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
This drive will open from the 15. To the air on 1st down. Going to take a shot. Oh, he gets downfield for the big catch. Can anyone catch it?
well, it didn't take long for this guy to leave his impact in the game, guys. With that catch, this guy's already over 100 yards in the game, and we're not even done the 1st half.
They're going to test that run defense to the right here. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
And you hear about run blitzes. This is exactly what a run blitz is. When you know the ball's coming up the middle, you want to bring those linebackers, get them closer to the line of scrimmage, and fire. Right when the ball snaps, he's coming downhill, doing a good job of creating a loss. That linebacker really knew what was going on.
They've got the ball at midfield, but they're facing a 3rd and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Fires into traffic. It's picked off. Didn't let him get loose on the return, but he'll take it as they have the ball at the 47. 1st down for this offense. He wants to throw. Looking to the big tight end. What a job to lay out and make the catch.
Caught by the tight end. Gain of 18. And that's a first down for the offense.
Just inside the 30 at the 29, it's 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to him. This rivalry more than a century old, with the Buckeyes dominating most of the time.
Just think about that. All this time, these Ohio State and Illinois fans have been talking about and looking forward to this rivalry. To your point, absolutely. Ohio State, more often than not, has been on the winning side of it. And Illinois now, maybe they're going to be trying to create a little new trend here.
Yeah, try to get some motion, try to get some momentum on their side, try to change this rivalry. Listen, it starts one at a time, right? Like the old coaches speak, we got to throw out those records from 100 years ago. They don't matter.
He'll take a shot. Reels it in the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes! A lot of glorious days in the history of the Buckeyes, and this might put this guy right at the top of the list for a single game.
And that list of names is incredible. Like, we could go down the list of so many guys that have been such great playmakers, so dynamic. So to think about putting yourself in that category, we're going to be talking about winning trophies and this guy being an All-American by season's end.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Illinois offense returns to the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you've got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your man. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Complete some of these hitch throws early. You're setting up the hitch and go. Later on, you can pump fake that. And the receiver can pirouette right up the sideline. That might be a home run play for the offense.
Caught over the middle. It's Henderson. Moves it out to the 34-yard line. A nice 15-yard gain on that one. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. Takes the handoff. It's Hatchett. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some ballers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Leaves it with the back. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. They have it at the 43, 3rd and short, trying to avoid making a decision on 4th down. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Still on his feet at the 45. And this offense is feeling it as they rip off a big chunk of yardage, and they've got it on the 22.
That is such great execution by this offense. 3rd down and 2. They know you're running the football, but they were physical. Great job creating a little bit of space. Not only do you get the 1st down, you chew up a bunch more yards too. Nice execution by this offense.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Receiver looks it in. It's complete.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Illinois hoping to pop the cork on this red zone trip. We've made our way to the 2-minute warning, and now they'll try to at least cut a little something off of this lead before the break. Here we go. On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
This offense just has to find a way to find a rhythm here. They're playing at home, and they want this crowd to stay involved and be an asset in the game, but they need to start making plays. They can't keep throwing incompletions this early.
Makes the catch. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a 1st down.
It's tough on the defense there. 3rd down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and you're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too accurate. Really nothing you can do there, and it's now a fresh set of downs.
They want to throw it. They're trying to get to it. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Trying to power it in. And he'll take this into the end zone, but hang on just a second. Flag down. Let's see what this is about. Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? The aerial assault continues. Just threw that one way too far.
It's tough to throw the ball down here in the red zone, man. These windows, they open and they close so quickly. You've got to have great timing, and right now this offense doesn't have it. They've thrown 2 straight incompletions setting up 3rd down.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Skips away from pressure. They won't let him in. He had a nose for that end zone, but he will be stopped short. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. And here comes the field goal unit from the right hash, and this distance makes that angle not quite so severe. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Fellas, I think at least a portion of your audience will have an interest in the one that just finished up. Northwestern was able to come away with the win, as they have in Evanston so many times before, but not without a few bumps along the way. Man, nothing in college football is easy. A lot to go through in the film session this week for both teams, but boy, it sure is going to be easier for the side that came away with the win.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. The run up the middle, trying to steamroll his way in. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather.
You've got to think there's 11 guys on defense right now keying in on this running back. They've watched the tape. They've seen this guy gash defenses. He's scored a boatload of touchdowns this season. You're anticipating him getting the football here.
Wants to fire it in the end zone on 3rd and goal. Got it. They will score. Touchdown, Ohio State. The offense did exactly what it's supposed to do with a start like that.
When you're set up with that field position, you're thinking touchdowns. You're not thinking field goals. It's exactly what the offense does. Takes advantage of great field position.
And he makes the extra point. So here comes the kickoff after the touchdown, and the last thing you need right before the half is to give up a big return. And he takes this from inside the 5. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Going to the ground. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, it's one thing to have a rivalry game, but when you have 2 longtime foes battling for a prize like the Illabuk Trophy, you know emotions tend to run high. Toughest job inside that stadium right now might just be the scoreboard operator after all those first downs and touchdowns. Big plays have defined this one, thanks to 2 of the best receiving corps in all of college football. Let's see if these defenses can adjust and make the necessary chess moves.
The Buckeyes will line up to kick off and start the second half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Here comes the Illini offense back onto the field. Got blown out in the first half, and now just desperate to find anything to generate momentum here in the third quarter.
It just starts with one play, though. Just need one thing to go right for this offense to start to build that momentum, and then that becomes infectious for the defense, for special teams. Everything can change. It just takes one.
It really can, and it's so strange, and you can't quantify it, and I don't know how to describe it as a coach or as a player, but you got to make something happen, and it's got to start on this drive.
He's got it on the right. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Here comes the offense on first down.
42 Spider.
Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. Got it behind the line. It's Green. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it's still a positive game.
On second down, he'll fire. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss.
That's a good decision by the quarterback. I know that's not going to come up on the stat sheet, but you're in the pocket, nobody's open. Don't risk turning it over. Just throw it away.
They've got some work to do on this third and long from the 40. Looking to throw it again. Finds his target down the middle. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. Illinois lining up to punt this one away. First time today we've seen a punter go to work. Puts a boot to it. Didn't see a lot of him in that loss last week. Only called on twice. Was looking for more running room, but found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Starting this drive like that is exactly what they'd hoped for. Now 1st and 10 from the 40. They'll ride the hot hand. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Handoff to the lone back. Running through contact. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. The Buckeyes have it with a 1st and 10. The give to the tailback. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
Yeah, this coaching staff, they're getting this offensive line lathered up and into a rhythm. Now they're letting them drive off the ball on 1st down on these running plays, and they're getting chunks of yardage.
29 Philly. 2-9.
Just when they're looking run, now up top. Touchdown Buckeyes! And the pummeling has started. Buckeyes starting to pull away from this one, and Illinois is in trouble.
First of all, we all know Ohio State's the more talented team. Every time they play, Illinois knows that going into. They need things to go right. Not everything going right in this rivalry game. The wheels are starting to come off.
Yeah, you're right, David. In this game, this is really Illinois' national championship. Ohio State's expected to win. You're never sure what their headspace is going to be coming into it. They came in here locked and loaded and focused, and they're showing it here in the second half.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the returner goes down. The Illinois offense returns to the field. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
Wasting no time throwing on this drive. He hurls one deep down the left side. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30. that last big play. You're backed up, and now you've got it 1st and 10 from the 46. Running back searching for a hole.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
I love the quick decision the QB made there on that RPO, knowing he wanted to get it out of his hands fast. He just needs to make a more accurate throw moving forward.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Keeps it on the bootleg, looking to throw. And the defense gets to the quarterback.
And it's been a long day. I mean, there's not much to point out that this offense has done well. They're behind huge, and they got no shot if they can't somehow find a way to protect their quarterback.
Kicks it high, and it's just hanging there as if it has helium in it, floating down to the field. And the punt team able to smack it to the ground. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. On that last drive, defense had no idea what was happening, run or pass, and it wound up in the end zone, Jesse.
Yeah, you saw the experience in this offense that last drive, too, on that touchdown. Everybody on the same page. These guys have repped these plays over and over in practice and in games, and it's working.
Yeah, so I got to find a way to disrupt it. I got to find a way to maybe be more aggressive, maybe blitz, mess up this rhythm they got going.
Quarterback will audible. The play action fake. Gonna take a shot. And he makes the catch inside the 15. Touchdown, Ohio State. And the route is on. Like a Thanksgiving turkey. They're just being carved. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different. Bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire. You might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody. Look for the results because everything else ain't working anymore.
Here comes the Illini offense back onto the field. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
After that last completion, it's 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Rolls it in. Building momentum. Picking up a chunk of yardage. Moving a chains out to the 34.
And you got man-to-man coverage. You're running that curl route. That ball has to come out. You know you're going to get hit. Like, you know you stopped your route. He's going to be right there. But does a great job securing the catch, getting the 1st down.
Grab behind the line. It's Hatchet.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide. And a lot of times, if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
On 2nd down, looking again to throw. And with the pressure on him, the quarterback goes down, and we've played 3 quarters here. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the 4th. They've changed ends of the field, now facing 3rd down as they go back to work. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Firing to the right, complete. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the 1st down.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
They'll throw it on 1st down. extending the play. He's going to run it. Solid fundamentals on that tackle from this freshman.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center nowadays in football. You can trust these guys who put so much on their plate. And you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
And here comes play number 6 of the drive.
Here we go. Flip it. Roll it.
He's looking for an open man on second down. Caught in the backfield, it's Hill. And good blocking in space out there to give him enough room to pick up the first down.
Really nice job by the quarterback and wide receiver. This is why you do film work. This is why you throw on air all offseason. I know I get zone coverage. I know exactly where I'm breaking. I know exactly where to deliver the football. Nice throw, nice catch.
That's caught. It's Hatchet. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
And there are certain guys that I want to make sure I hone in on, and I do not give them the football in space. And this running back is one of those guys. Really good job by the defense, keeping their eyes on their keys and not letting him sneak out and get any kind of space. As soon as he touched it, he was on the ground.
Always a welcome play from the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
And I tell you what, this defense, they've heard all about how great this quarterback is. They came in today with a mission, with a purpose. They've been flying around, harassing him, and making life so hard on this offense.
Just a short pass to the tight end. And that had all the makings of bug meat windshield, but how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first? Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They'll try the run. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. From the gun, wants to pass. He lofts one down the sideline. And it's caught inside the 25. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
Well, I love play callers that want to stay aggressive, regardless of what the score is, regardless of how much time is left on the clock. And I promise you this, there are a lot of fans, there are a lot of teams all across college football that...
Touchdown, Buckeyes! And the stomping has commenced. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Two very different emotions inside the locker rooms of these teams who did battle today. ULM rolled to victory today in a game where they not only capitalized on opportunities, they created them. And that's the way this coach wants them to play every week. The circle of life in college football, where one team moves on feeling like kings and the other heads home licking its wounds.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down mark.
You just get the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on them, right? They've got the lead, it's late, they're going to try to tackle everybody in bounds. Offense is going to have to really work for this and be smart. You got to attack the sidelines. You got to throw first downs. You got to keep this thing moving vertically down the field.
Snagged on the outside, it's Henderson. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds. They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. Let's see what they've got on second down.
42 Spider.
He's looking to throw. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
And this defense came to play. They know about the high-profile QB. They rose to the challenge and dominated the competition today. They took care of business, and they made no doubt about who's the better football team.
How about this backer in pass coverage and bringing the big hit stick with him, too? Illinois runs the punt unit onto the field. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He's got great speed. Oh, the ball's out on the return. Not able to pop the big return, but they got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. The Illinois offense returns to the field. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of there, you know what.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask, right? He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
Lowers that shoulder, delivers the blow. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. Offense gets set for second down. He's looking to throw. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover. This offense plenty happy enough with the result of that play, so they just let the official put that flag back in his pocket and decline the penalty. Looking for a productive play on first down. They're going to open this drive with a pass. He'll pull it down.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. In that time, quarterback, nice job, buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there, so instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down.
Fires toward the end zone. And the throw downfield winds up incomplete, and there's a good reason for that. This guy was being mugged by the defender. There's a difference between being physical and pass interference, and that was way over the line. That penalty moves the ball into the red zone. It's 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Fires to the wideout. Tosses it incomplete.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get
a shot toward the end zone? Had it in his hands for the score and let it fall to the turn. It'll be 3rd down.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
Quickly complete.
And this offense continuing to spin the football, man, continuing to add to a great day. Man, they built this big lead. They've shown you a variety that they can do a lot of really, really good things. And I like it, man. Continue to throw the football. Continue to be who you are. It's the defense's job to stop.
The last thing you want to do here is give up a big return, pin them back, and then the defense can just stop them from scoring a touchdown. Here comes the Illini offense back onto the field. This offense needs something to feel good about. It hasn't been very productive today, Jesse.
Well, I think it's just important they stay aggressive, try to throw the football, and just see what this quarterback can do here at the end of the game to build confidence for the next.
He's loose. Running inside the 20. And he gets it down to the 4-yard line before he's finally stopped. A terrific run after the catch. It's 1st and goal as Illinois comes to the line. Looks as if the defense was a little too eager there, got into the neutral zone, and that'll be a 5-yard penalty.
Encroachment. Defense.
So the offense inches it a little closer with the help of the half the distance to the goal penalty. And the defense tried to cheat a little space and get in that neutral zone, but it's still 1st and goal. Caught behind the line. It's Hatchett. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. You know what's great about rivalry games? Each side hates every wretched breath the other one sucks into their greedy lungs. Figuratively speaking, of course. And when you win, oh, is that sweet.
It's glorious. To be able to brag, to be able to text message your buddies, to be able to post stuff on social media, it's a lot of fun. I think fans like it more than anybody, but it's something that every year you have a couple games starred. This was one of them, Jesse. They took care of business, and now you move on to the next.
They really did, and we saw some great individual efforts in this game by the winning team, too. So cool to see some of these